Alright, what's up everyone? This is T, and let's jump into the Sunday watchlist video. So this will be the watchlist here for the week of August 30th, first week of September. So new month, new opportunity, and my general thought process is the path of least resistance continues to be to the upside. So in the S&P 500, the Qs, pretty much everything in an uptrend, I'm looking to buy pullbacks. So with that being said, one of my favorite setups here is Facebook. So I do think you probably want to wait for a dip before you jump in at this point. It's already made a pretty good push, but you have a great daily squeeze here. 4-hour squeeze is already firing to the upside, so that 4-hour could give you continuation for a push into the all-time high. If you do get a dip here first, I think you look potentially to pick a little bit up, because with the good structure here to the daily squeeze, personally, I think Facebook is poised to make a push into new all-time highs here. And if you look at technology, XLK looks really bullish. And if you look at communications, which Facebook is the biggest stock in XLC, they both look bullish. So the indexes look good, as does Facebook. So we already got a position here in the mastery, but if you don't have a position yet, I think you wait for a dip, and then you look to take an entry. The reason I say wait for a dip is typically you're looking for a move from the 21 EMA into about 2, maybe 3/8 AR. So at this point, you kind of missed, a good, call that 50% of that move. So wait for a dip there on Facebook. And the next setup here is Apple. So pretty straightforward. You got a great uptrend. You got a daily squeeze here with good bullish momentum. And you have a squeeze on your 4-hour. On the 2-hour, there's squeezes here on the 1-hour. I think you got a 30-minute. You do. I think you got a 15. You do. And you got a 5-minute. So again, pretty straightforward. Apple's in a good uptrend. Technology looks strong. If the trend for technology continues higher, Apple should be poised to make a nice move here out of the daily squeeze. So we still put spreads on this bad boy on Friday in the mastery, and we're looking for a move here into new all-time highs. So I like the structure, and here's one, assuming we don't gap up tomorrow morning, so I guess we'll have to kind of play it by ear, see where we are tomorrow, but if we don't gap up, you're still here at the buy zone. So I don't think you got to wait for a dip on an Apple like you might want to do on a Facebook or a Google, but I do like Apple, so we're long Apple in the mastery. We'll be long until we either make a push into new highs or it breaks down and loses structure. So we're long Facebook, we're long Apple. And the next one I want to cover here is AMD. So I love the semiconductors, and if you look at SMH, the time I think to start picking up some semi exposure was last week. Not this most recent week, but the previous week. So at this point, going 2 weeks back, you have such a good looking weekly chart here. Just a really good-looking trend. You got stacked DMAs, you have a weekly squeeze, but these pullbacks here to the weekly 21, that's ideally where you're looking to get long in AMD and NVIDIA. That's ideally when you're looking to get long something in the semiconductors that has a good structure. So as the group is pulling back there a couple of weeks ago, here comes AMD pulling back towards its 21. And then you get a new daily squeeze, you got stacked DMAs, bullish momentum on the monthly, weekly, 3-day, and daily time frames. And there's your 4-hour. So that is another one I would consider buying on a dip. We already got a position in the mastery, but if we do get a dip to the 21, it's actually something I would like to add to. So I think you got a good structure here. I think the semiconductors look really strong. Could see AMD, give it a few weeks here, but you could see AMD pushing back towards the previous high. And that's a move I would definitely like to profit on. So I like AMD here, and I'll add a little bit more on a dip. And then next up is Tesla. So I've been liking Tesla for a few weeks, and still looks really good. So here's a good example of why I love selling put credit spreads, or call credit spreads, but mainly put credit spreads, is we have short strikes down here. It's 640. So we had this daily squeeze. We sold the put credit spreads down here at 640. And you got a nice push. And, long story short, Tesla really hasn't exploded. Hasn't really gone anywhere. However, we're looking at like 70-75% of max profit on that spread. So in plain English, what I'm saying is, what I like about the spreads is, we get a little bit of a bump this week. We might buy that spread back for, say, 80% of its max profit, which I think we did about an 8% position size. So 8% risk on a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We're probably going to grow our account by, call it 3.5% on that given trade. And nothing has even happened yet. Meaning, with these put credit spreads, you can find something like a daily squeeze, but really, you can find something like a weekly squeeze here. You can take your entry, you can sell that out the money premium, and you can put 1, 2, 3 paychecks in your pocket before the move even happens. Just because of that time decay, where, building up a position with long calls inside of a weekly squeeze can be a little bit more difficult. So that is why I like my put spreads more often than not. But Tesla looks great here. Daily chart, 4-hour squeeze, all kinds of good stuff. In the short term, I think you could get a nice push into about 750. And then bigger picture thinking into earnings coming up in a few months in October. I think the weekly squeeze here could get you back into a trend. And that's a move I want to participate in. So we've already got a position there. We're in the buy zone. I like a little bit more of a dip. So if we get a little dip here to the 21, I'm probably looking to add some Tesla, but those are a few of my favorite setups here. Tesla, you got a weekly, 3-day daily squeeze, whole bunch of action there. AMD looks really good here. You got a 4-hour, you got a daily squeeze. Just kind of picture perfect as far as trend, structure, momentum, and the semiconductors look good. I think you keep an eye on Facebook, personally. I think week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, pretty high probability bet it makes a move back into all-time highs. And you got Apple here. I think one of the cleaner squeezes in the market. So I do have a long focus list, a long watch list rather, of a good 15, 20 daily squeezes I'm going to keep an eye on, but these are the ones I want to focus on the most. They're bigger names, they're part of the strongest sectors in the market, market-leading stocks in a daily squeeze. That's where I want my focus to be. However, if you are interested in the rest of the names on this watch list, just go on ahead and subscribe to the free newsletter with the link in the description of this video, and I will send you this weekend's weekly watch list. So I think, what is it, 15, 16, 17, just about 20 daily squeezes. So if you're interested in seeing that list, go on ahead, subscribe to the free newsletter. We'll shoot it your way. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow morning at we'll get going around 8:45 a.m. Central for some pre-market prep. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you then.